Hi everyone, it's Josh Green with Artist Aaron Academy, and today I'm proud to present Jhnae, a.k.a. a.k.a. Strings, a performer from my hometown in Pensacola, who's doing a lot these days. She's recording, she's helping out her community, and today she's going to talk to us about self-transcendence through performance.
So my name is Jhnae, but I like to be referred to as a.k.a. Strings. Type of music I do, I just say like experimental rap. That's the best way that I can describe it. Yeah. So I originally started off as a spoken word artist. When I was in high school, I joined the poetry club. Whenever I first started trying to write music, I thought it was absolutely terrible. I couldn't write a hook. I didn't know what I was doing with rapping or anything, so I didn't really take it seriously too much. I froze on stage the first time that I ever did it.
Yeah.
And then I never wanted to get on a stage in front of people ever again. And then finding the open mics here in Pensacola through the Pensacola poetry community. And then that's how I started getting a little bit more comfortable on stage. Yeah. So in high school, I would only speak when spoken to. I was viewed as weird. I was bullied and I was labeled as an Oreo then. So like that's somebody who's like Black and they might be having white mannerisms, whatever that is. So like it's a lot of those sort of like concepts, just social issues mostly, and like dealing with individual self as well as having like love for myself, because I lacked a lot of love for myself. There was like suicidal like thoughts, and yeah, so I like talk about that a lot in my poetry. It's whatever people have been programmed to believe was like normal, and I don't even know what that is. Whatever the majority, the mass majority subjective thought would be for normality. That's, if you're outside of that, that would be perceived as, not normal. Like this race should act this way, or where you're from, you need to be acting this way, or this is how you should be dressing if you're this gender, or this is what you should be talking about if you're gonna be in this place at this time, at this event, or whatever the vibe is. Like if you're going outside of that fine constructed box, that's weird. So my relationship with the Black community, with my music, is diverse as any other. One thing that I've learned, like as I've grown older, again, like we go into these stereotypes when we're young, these archetypes that are attempted to be labeled on you for what it means to be Black. And the most beautiful thing about it is, it's a privilege to be able to be looked at as an individual and not as a representation for like your entire community. And any of my mannerisms or like what I think about, I'm just a person that's Black that has different individual thoughts like anybody else.
Privileged to be viewed as an individual.
Mm.
Like, fuck, that's heartbreaking. Damn. These boxes, these labels, these things that you grew up in that you didn't neatly fit in, that tried to hollow you out as a person. Has music allowed you to transcend those boxes, those labels, to be a fuller human?
Yes. Instead of looking at it as something that is an issue, like those labels and boxes, and doing music that transcending me into a point where I don't care. Like you just stop caring what people think. My music has helped me like transcend past those boxes and just like being fully accepting of myself. I've been able to have more fun. I've like fallen in love with myself, understanding at the end of the day, no matter how like crazy the experience is, it just is. If you're okay and comfortable with what it is that you're doing, that's like the most important thing. And like that is what music helped me, because it's like no one else is right. No one else wrote this but me, and no one else created this but me. Or to just be a living thing and be able to create something. that is like absolutely like transcending in itself, because you're adding more to yourself that was not even yet here. Like, I went to school for like cultural anthropology, which is the study of living people. Like, we do have all these differences, and like it's cool, like acknowledge them. I think that's beautiful. But when we get down to the nitty gritty of it all, like we're all just trying to live. And it's like cool hearing all the different experiences that people are going through and being able to hear it in such a creative way. That's what got me addicted.
What's it feel like to be heard?
It's comforting, and it was also, it brings up a lot of different emotions, like depending on like what people are hearing. Like everybody that's there, like you're sharing a moment with everyone that's there watching. You go to another place. It's nerve-wracking, and then when you realize people are like listening, it's like, wow, this is even more scary. And then you transcend whenever you are able to then share a connection afterwards to talk about what you just shared.
What's it feel like to make music with other people?
Yeah, that is awesome. It's like this weird, freaky, like sidekick sort of like thing that happens, especially like, I think it's like energetic. It's definitely energetic, because I don't think you're able to like have that moment with everybody that you sort of jam out with or you try to collaborate with. Like sometimes it doesn't work, and that's fine. Like it's just all a part of the flow, it's all part of the process. But when you like are able to like perform with people that like you guys are just on the same like wavelength, or even just work with people like in art, being on the same wavelength of like conveying a particular sound that you want, you don't even have to like verbally like communicate. It's just going right. Like if you're performing live, you're transitioning smoothly. Like somebody might throw in this solo that nobody else signaled for, but like for some reason it works. Or if you're like freestyling words, getting through the motions of the silliness of it, and you might say something thought-provoking or conveying, and it's going with the flow of the music around you. And like everybody is just like feeling it. And like when you have people that know how to sing or do poetry or rap, and they're all also there, and you're just transitioning in between the ideas, and you're carrying the lyrics on, and just knowing when to jump in, when to back out. It's a really beautiful process. I can't even like explain it.
How has performing on stage and connecting with an audience changed you as a person?
It's made me a person that's more comfortable with expressing themselves, taking accountability for what I say, my actions. It's allowed me to like open my mind up to new perspectives, as well as reinforce and nourish and expand the things that I already experienced and what I believe in. Because again, like art, it evokes conversation. So people might have something to say about it. Maybe they have a dispute about it. Maybe they want to share their similar experience, and like just hearing all those different perspectives has helped me grow and transcend as a person, being more than human.
So now that you've learned those things and you've experienced those things, are you wanting to help people discover that for themselves?
Want to help people discover transcending, beyond themselves. There's so much that we can do. There's so much information that like we don't know, and we're able to help each other. And I want to help people, because I wouldn't be where I am right now without the help of the art community. I wouldn't have even thought about even trying music without Efayeme and Astralnaut Productions.
Why don't you share your PowerPoint now?
Okay.
On to Not About I.
All right. So Not About I is the creative hub of Simple Strings. Here I got the concept because again, I wanted to go beyond myself, transcend past myself, and do something with my art that wasn't just where I could create. This was sort of reminding myself to give back to the community that helped me grow. I'm going to be able to actually help people. So event management, venues or artists that are trying to set up schedules, connect with people, networking, finding venues. If venues are needing to schedule out shows or experiences, and just being able to help in that way. And then also providing a platform for other people to be able to volunteer for at my shows, for other people's shows, to go to venues and support them. So they're able to do that. People will also be able to book for lineups or just do collaborations together, which also ties into the events too. People will also be able to feature themselves on the website. So be solely focused on that artist, and they're able to raise funds for themselves because maybe they need help with a particular project. And so that also leads into just donating to Not About I in general. Donating to Not About I means you're supporting an experience that I am able to create as an artist through events and projects and creative incentives, but as well as what other people might be able to create. Donating also just gets like us to be able to do charitable donations, just donating to artists at random.
Well, thank you so much, Jhnae, for doing the interview today and teaching us about how to transcend the self through performance.
Thank you so much for having me here. It's been a pleasure and super stoked to be on the list with a bunch of other awesome artists you had so far on the show. So thank you.
Cool, I'll be looking out for your music.
Thank you.